you guys back. Okay, let's have a look. So last time we set up our animator, so make sure you see that just so you can set up the animator. If you haven't and you just want to quickly look, I'll show you what it does. And I just have transitions, each one with a enter and an exit trigger. Make sure the triggers and same menu, and there's just see to exit and to enter and back from enter to exit. Make sure they're in that pattern. We've done all our animations. You can obviously change them however you like. I just have one sliding for left and right. Yeah, so easy. So now if we start it, we'll see a few things. This will come in, but the other one won't. Because the other one, the other one's option start. If we actually have a look at this, this is where our other one is. It's really useful. So it's just the other one's here, but other one's actually over here. That's where it spawned. Because it just, instead of going across, it went in a minuscule of a second. Minuscule. It probably can't even show you how small it was. It would have just, like, basically teleported. Because nothing would teleport. It just slurps very fast. That's the definition of where you just kind of move from one point to the other. Just kind of move from one point to the other very, very fast. That you see as teleport. What do we want now? Now we want a few buttons. I'm not going to have any start or stuff. I have an exit button to see how that's done, but it's just because buttons just, then they're just hard, they're not hard, they're annoying, I'll say, to set up. So we'll have a, actually we'll have a start button, right? Start, see we've got start, and then we will have a button for options. Then we'll finally have a button for exit. Exit. Okay, so we have exit and we have options. Options can move up here, about in the middle. I don't really mind about positioning. You can work that out yourselves. It doesn't matter too much. Now under options, we're going to have a few things. This is going to be much more complicated. It's going to have maybe a slider. We're going to set this from 1 to maybe 100, we'll say. We could even have 0 if you wish. And set the value to maybe like 50. To like halfway. Give me a volume slider. You can also have maybe a toggle. And have a label being blood, maybe just say gore, and maybe have like a field for enter name, and then we can say obviously this is what's going to come on top of, but this is just going to be enter name. This could be our username function. So we got those three. Then above our slider, we also want a few things. We want a text, say maybe, so it goes here and just say music. We just want another bit of text. You know, we can attach them to this text. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, I like on the right, so we're going to make a new bit of text. You can also just attach this and this, it's not too hard. I'll actually show you how to do that really easily. And we just kind of want to do this up here and make sure the width is a bit smaller. There we go. And then maybe just make it middle, down, say like 100. That's pretty good. And we just want to make sure, of course, we do want to make the width a little smaller, just to fit the 100 basically. There we go, that's pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a simple script, which is just going to be called slider value. Let's open up simple script. We can see reload it. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to have a simple public slider. Since this would be, it's very better. Actually, no, we're just going to be using. Why don't? Well, yeah, just make it a little easier. We can call it a public slider. And then we can have a public text. Public void update. We can say text is equal to slider.value. Okay, remember the old trick. If you haven't done this, so hey, if you want to do it, you just say music like that. So obviously inconsistent 9. So if you're using this, make sure you just go format document, and that should fix up all your problems. Okay, and now if we click enter, obviously it's not going to work because we need a text and we need a just 50 for now. And here is probably where we're going to add input value. We're just going to say, hey, text is this, and slider is the only slider about. So if you look at scene, we will see that this is working. You'll see it more in a second. But since we're not going to say music, we're just going to keep it as empty. But that's if you wanted to have it here. Okay, we also have a goal checklist. This is we're actually going to probably have sliders and stuff, but what we're going to do is, this is just a slider value. We're going to actually get a value from these. We're just going to have a script called options menu. And what we want is, here we want a few things. We want a public, again we're going to use Unity engine.ui. We got a public toggle, and we can toggle, and then we want a public slider. Then we want a public input field. And then we can edit events for documents. It's just so this thing's happy with it. Good. Sorry about that. Then we have a two things. So we're going to have a public void update, and we're going to say, hey, change. Okay, then we're going to have input field. So whenever you change your value, what it's going to do is it's going to take inner value, and it's going to say, hey, debug.log input field dot value. It's going to be .text. Used to be the old way was value, but obviously they changed it since it makes more sense now. We go slider.value. Then we can have debug.log toggle value. Maybe toggle dot. It would be like toggle dot and I just want to check what its component is. GUI text, GUI element, image, we'll try this out. So now this can be maybe an options menu. Options menu. Oh, because sorry. Really good. I've got this. It does not like spacebars, as one could guess. Did not mean to put that. That's fine. And then we can just drag this to options. Then we can say, hey, toggle is gonna be there in toggle. Slider is gonna be there in the slider. Input field is gonna be there in the input field. So we're just gonna get a few. Obviously, we can't touch that yet. So this is set up a few other things. We want a back button. Maybe at the bottom. And then we want a few things. So on value, on click, this is where it gets important. On click, we want an options menu, animator. We want to set our trigger of thing. I'm going to say, hey, options, what's called option exit, as well as resetting our trigger for option enter. Now, I find resetting the trigger is a little better. It's something that's just nice. We also want our main menu, animator, set trigger string to be menu enter, and then reset menu exit. The reason why we want to reset them is that way they can be triggered again. And I don't know how it works if they get triggered again and they're not reset. I just reset them every time. Now for options, we're essentially going to do the exact same thing. We could probably even copy and paste this, but I should probably go into. I'm going to copy component, base component as new, or probably base component values. So there we go. And say option enter. We're going to say option enter. So this we're going to say option exit. And here we're going to say option menu enter. So menu exit and menu enter. So what's going to happen is that it should make this disappear and make this come on. Back, but it's upset. Good. And go and see all this stuff won't change because on value change, where's the components for options? It's got it, right? Just menu change. And then we've got input field, which is on value change or on edit. Both these will work. Should probably not on value change, probably on value and edit, which means whenever you click out of it, it will do it, or whenever you Oh, nice. Okay, that's good. So whenever you click out of it, it will do it, or whenever you do some similar things, for example, maybe you press enter or something like that, it will do the change function. Same here. Okay. So now if we adjust this, apparently you can't interact with it. And I don't know why. I'm having weird issues sometimes with this. I think it's this blocking it. So we'll reduce the height of it, then push it back down. And that sometimes can fix it. I think it doesn't like the idea of, yeah, we go, so see? Sometimes it's true. It's giving us this value, and obviously nothing. So what we can do is, even this is fine, we don't really want debug logs, because this is going to be freaking annoying. We just want this in one big dose. So what we can do is we can debug all of these. This, plus the spacebar, plus the slider dot value, plus the spacebar, plus the maybe just toggle dot is on. So this will do is give us a single thing. So if we press go, it's going to tell us 50, there's nothing, 50, and false. Nothing, 50, true. Hello. Hello, 50, true. Goodbye. Click outside. Goodbye, 50, true. Convert this up to whatever. You know, could probably even turn to whole numbers. So it can only go, so we can have 0, 0, true, nothing. And then we can maybe say pi, and pi 0, true. Pi 100, true. Pi 100, false. Pi 64, false. You know, whatever you want, that will work. Now let's say we want to load a level. Now this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. I haven't yet found an easy solution for doing a script. So I'm just going to do a script. And we're just going to call this, that was stupid, we'll just go do one. Oh. That happens a few times. There we go. Level load. And this is going to be quite a decent level, right? All we're going to do is we can get is whenever we click this, so button press, and get the application dot current level, current level, I think that's the level that we're in, the loaded level, that's one, and we can go application dot load level, current loaded level, that's one. I'm just gonna say level. And what we're gonna do here is we can go initial of level. So what we should do is just fix it. And apparently it requires it. It's probably because of that. Now that should fix it. Loaded level plus 1. That should fix it. I'm sorry about that. That was pretty bad. I didn't even realize that for a little while. Document, I guess we could just format this one and it's supposed to be formatted. and we got options, and then we also got under start we're gonna put our load level. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have level load, and then we're going to obviously put button inside button, so it's to yourself, and you're just gonna load level. So what we'll do is we'll turn a message because it doesn't work obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a few things. We're going to build settings, add our current, and that's level 0. And then we're going to save this, and we're going to open up the next scene. Tutorial, the one that we did last time. With the dice roller. We can go project settings, add to current, save. Then we're going to open up our original scene. And we're going to click OK. Start. It gets us to this screen. Let's say we want a back one. So we're just going to do a quick back one. And we want to go to YouTube tutorial, and we essentially want to do this, but we want to have a back button. And we're just going to call this back, and we're just going to say load level loaded level -1. Edit format, and then we're just going to have a button here that's just going to say, hey, back to main menu, and then it's just going to be, hey, if you click this, level load back. So if you click this, you go back. This, you go here. Let's say, for example, when we actually do that, let's say we want to make it disappear like what we had before. So we do scene level memory. That's actually really easy. Since we're going to be restarting it, when we click a button of start, it's actually really easy to we're just going to delete this, add a new one, and call this button, and then call this button main. So you probably want this to be options, and have both of these as animator, set trigger, options, exit, and main and exit. And menu exit. Okay, that's it. There we go. Then we can have one for button, which will actually load the level. And that's what happens is we click start, it disappears. Well, option is, okay, that's why I didn't. So we can set option, exit. We're gonna have a few seconds for the button. So what we're gonna do is we actually have this is a enumerator. I can't even say it. Make sure you select the second one, enumerator. It's just allows you to do things such as yield, return, new, wait for seconds. Seconds is to say 1.5 f. Then do this. So what I do is this is a wait function. You have to choose enumerator to do it. It makes no difference, but essentially means that it may not like the Sometimes it doesn't like the turn type is incompatible. Turn new. Just give me a quick second just to open up my Sudo builder. I built a very similar script. Exit. Actually, no, it's got low level, isn't it? No, it's good exit then. State start coroutine. Yield, return new. Yield, return new. Wait for seconds. It looks fine. Probably because we mucked up here. See? There's no button here. Because that currently can't start coroutine. So what we'll do is we'll yeah, this is what I did. So I did public void button, and then from here I start coroutine enumerator. Don't even know why I said enumerator. It's meant to be button. So there. So it's weird because I can't access enumerators. Don't know why, but just can't. So let it be. Essentially, just let it be. And now this should work. There we go. Next one, exit to do something. You want it to quit. I can just easily write this. Pretty easy. Quit. Exact same way I kind of did before. It's actually no different from level load. We're just going to copy and paste this in here. And instead of application.load, we have application.quit. After we wait for X amount of seconds, and then we can just do that. And also remember to format your document. And most likely save. There we go. And obviously this won't quit here, but you'll see the thing go away because, well, we obviously want to do a few things. For this, we want to make sure main set trigger as in menu exit. And then we're going to have options set trigger options exit. It's option exit. Then we want to go, hey, well, quit. Button. So if we have options, obviously that does that with things we actually, to be honest, surprisingly, I'm happy with this, but we don't need option exit since option should be exited. So now, if we build settings, we're just going to build on Windows 8 and we're just going to build it under here and called YouTube finished up here, but we're going to go to YouTube. It's spelled right. YouTube final. We can open up. Oh, do we have tabs first? So, on here you should have finish, which is the first one, and final, which is this one. Obviously, which is the biggest display for us. Quality doesn't matter, but I'm not going to touch that. And we're not going to make it full screen. That's why it's this bar up here, because it's not full screen. And you see this because it's obviously, as you can see, there's some issues with the screen. This is still here. It's actually a pretty easy fix. You just move it out a bit more. So if you care about that, you can do that, but I don't care enough to do that because it looks fine. I kind of like it though. To be honest, I know you can say that about anything, but I actually kind of like it because it makes it feel like it's still there, even though it's gone. To me, it's nice because please have a look at it. To me, it makes it feel like it's more important than it is. I mean, it feels like it's not gone. It's just kind of moved to the side, and this is coming out. I probably want to move this more across to make use of that, and maybe make this option menu still stay there. But I kind of like that, to a certain degree. See these buttons? If we want to scale the buttons, we just do this for each one, and now we scaled them. I don't care too much about scaling here, but yeah, you can just do that for each one. And this should already have its scale set up. Actually it does, and that's interesting. So you have to scale each one of these. If you want to scale them, you have to set up the anchors for each one, and that's just part of it. I'm sure it's a quick way to do it, but I've never found it. Stuff like this has it. Maybe okay, maybe this has it. Yeah, that will have it. Well, we're just gonna do it as normal. That's how it works. So you can download it. I'll actually just put the whole folder in the description. Actually, I'll put it up on the blog a bit later, probably this week, and then I'll just link it to the blog so you can download all versions. And you just download the entire folder, and you can choose which ones you want, and obviously only use the scripts that you need. Guys, all these scripts, if you want to use this whatever you want, this is you can use this. Even though this script's pretty well done, the others are iffy, they're not great, but it'll work. And you use all of them if you wish. If you're building a game and you want to release it, I'm fine for you guys using it. So yeah.